Hey everyone! Hi! It's time for Atomic Radio Hour. Welcome to episode 150. 150.
That's so many.
There's 150 of these episodes now.
That's a lot of tens.
That's... yeah.
It's like 15 tens.
I'm your host, Vince. Hello. I'm also here with...
your plain white tea host, Olive.
And we're here with an incredibly special guest, one of the original special guests, a handsome young man, a strapping young lad, an all-around good guy, an American war hero?
A hero.
Special guest Kyle.
Hello.
How are you, Papa? This is not wine.
How are you doing, Kyle?
I am celebrating, but it is not wine, it is water.
I'm doing good. I guess I owe you guys $100 because I lost the bet. You guys lasted longer than I bet.
Who'd you bet against?
Myself.
What did you think? How far did you think we were going to last?
2.
2 weeks, Kyle.
How many podcasts do you think are on YouTube that are just like, oh, this is going to be, we're going to do this every week? Mm-hmm. And they have like
Probably
no format, they have like no planning, and there's 3 episodes.
They get to like the 12th, and then they're like, oh,
2 times in a row. She said it 2 times in a row.
Yeah, I did.
She had the time to redeem herself.
It's the unlucky number. That's where podcasts go to die.
So, there's 150 of these, and thanks for watching.
That's your age, too. You're 150 years old.
Congratulations, Vince.
Happy
birthday.
It's,
happy birthday.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. It's been a long time. You know, my back has hurt since about 49. So to finally be at the age, it feels great.
You beat the odds.
I try my best. But Kyle, you're home, dude.
Yeah.
How,
our commander
how
had
do you
a
feel?
reunion to attend to, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
When do you go back?
I don't know.
Now, where
Not sure.
where were you last stationed? Were you in Denag?
I was caught, actually.
Laos? You were caught.
I was caught, yeah.
Oh, but you were a prisoner of war,
you haven't heard from me
Kyle.
in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But you're out. I mean, obviously you're out. You're here now.
Yeah.
You must have done some terrible things to be here today.
Yeah.
You know what? No one's never allowed to say that Kyle is not a survivor.
And a hero.
And a hero. We're happy to have you here, Kyle.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you.
I'm going to go into one extreme to another. Guess what I found at work the other day? Guess what?
What?
Guess what? Take a guess.
What?
Take a guess. You're never going to get it. Guess what I found?
I hope it's curtains.
Immortality.
Wait, hold on. Why would it be curtains?
I don't know, because curtains would really make your apartment look beautiful.
Thanks. No, I found crack.
Oh, even better.
like the crack cocaine?
Yeah, dude.
Like that which is whack?
Yeah, dude. And I could afford much better. Yeah,
Did you try some?
I didn't try some. Let me tell you what happened.
What did you do?
So, okay, I work at an establishment that sometimes people will drop off things they no longer need anymore, right? So I'm going through something that someone, and it was a tool bag, not a toolbox, but a bag. Did you ever see these tool bags? They're like floppy and they kind of like sit upright and shit. I'm going through this bag and I find like a drill bit box. Now, it's a tool bag, so there's hammers, there's drills, there's knives, there's screws, there's a bunch of shit.
There's anything that you could possibly need to repair your home.
Yeah, you'd fix the bathroom, toke up. So I find this like drill bit box. It's clear, it's got duct tape around it, and I went, okay, the drill bits obviously aren't in here, so I put it over here. And then I find what I thought was a like a little bag of decorative stones that you put in your bathroom for like a fun beach
bath
vibe.
salts.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought, oh, maybe it's like bath salts you put in or Epsom salt, like, you know what I mean, like something that you used to soak.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So like, I pop the top off and I give a nice little whiff, and it just smelled kind of funky. I was like, I don't know, white women put dumb shit in their bathroom all the time, so I put it back, and I poured a little out. Like, I poured a little out on the table that I was working at, right? So there's crack cocaine. There is crack rock. There is on the table.
Congratulations.
So we've gone from we've gone from leaving bowls on the table to leaving crack on the table. So so I put a little crack on the table, not knowing it's crack, and I go, okay, so I put the lid back on.
Get your credit card out, you split it.
Well, no, Kyle, it wasn't rock. It was in rock form. It had gone through the process.
I don't know what you do with crack.
So I put the lid on, and I throw the bath salts, the little stone things, into the garbage can next to me, and then I find a little eyeglasses case. Now, again, I'm in Colorado, so marijuana is legal. The devil's quinoa, the devil's lettuce is legal here.
Lucifer's quinoa.
Lucifer's quinoa, thank you. And I open up this little glasses case, and there's these little black baggies, right? Mm-hmm. And like dime bags. And I was like, oh shit, dime bags. I thought because weed's legal, like I'd never see a dime bag again. But in it is this black shit. And I went, oh, that's heroin. Like my first thought,
black tar heroin.
My first thought was, this is heroin. Either that,
the music
or it was
is
weed
not
that
helping the situation.
But wait. So there's heroin in these bags, and I look, and I'm going, oh, and then I like look over in the garbage can, and I'm going, that's crack cocaine. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to think of years of rap music, and I started singing Frank Ocean. I'm like, crack rock, like I'm fucking sitting there, and I'm going. So I run over to my boss, and I was like, hey,
found some crack.
I think I found that Ronald Reagan special. and she's like, what? And I'm like, here's crack, and I think this is heroin. And she's like, okay, all right, okay, sure, fine. And I like put it in the office, and then they had to like call the cops. And then I go back to my workstation, and I grab that little drill bit box, and I open it, and in it is just crack pipes.
It's full of crack, isn't it?
Just full of crack pipes. And if you don't know, a colloquialism, a slang term for a crack pipe is a glass dick. In case you didn't know. And I'm sitting there going, these are a bunch of dicks. These are a bunch of glass dicks. I was like, this is crack. This dude was nailing roofs, and then dude,
how'd it feel to have all that power in your hand?
Shit.
But that's the thing, is like I realized I was holding it, and I was like, I'm not getting in trouble. Like this is everything I've ever wanted. I'm fascinated by drugs. Fascinated. I remember I had a friend who had MDMA, some sort of like
party drug, like a rave drug.
Yeah. I couldn't think of that, so I made mouth noises. And
you know,
they had that. What?
I was gonna say, your dead friend always joked about doing it, and you had it in your hand.
Yeah, and this kid had like Molly or something, and I remember I was like, "Can I see it?" Like, I'm fascinated by drugs. I don't know what it is, but I'm sitting there.
But you don't do them.
I don't do them. I really don't. I don't even drink. I don't drink anything that isn't water. I have a soda once a month, and I'm sitting there and I'm holding. I'm going. This destroyed families in the 80s,
and
continues to. But I'm saying, like, this was in my hand, like Diana Ross's best friend just chilling. And dude, no, hold on. Here's the thing. I forgot to mention this. I got it cited. I'm looking around my desk for like a comparison for how big the thing was, but it wasn't like a couple stones. It was like a jar about yay big. And for those who are listening in the UK, shout out UK, it's like 4 inches tall. Like maybe
that doesn't help anyone in the UK, Vince.
Oh god damn it! Sorry.
It's probably about like 400 milliliters.
A 16th of your queen. I don't know what your goofy measurement system is.
I would bet around 400 milliliters.
Whatever.
Folks.
It's like a 4-inch glass thing with like a cork top, so it was decorative. Like that's why I thought it was like a white woman thing. It was like, you know,
a white woman thing. Her crack. Crack for her.
No, like, dude, if I went to some white girl's house, like if some girl invited me over to her place, and it's just like, I'm like, hey, I got to take a piss before we eat dinner. Can I go piss in your piss room? And she's like, yeah, it's down the hall. And I go in there. I expect to see a little jar of white stones. White women love doing fucking dumb shit in the bathroom. Why do you need to decorate the bathroom?
Yeah, I've got that shit.
Why do you need to decorate a bathroom? It's a bathroom. You go there to shit, you leave. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you increase the ambience of the space, it makes it so much better when you're taking a bath.
Have you seen my bathroom? You can't decorate that.
No, but like, here's the thing. If I've never been to Hawaii, and my only association in my mind is the bathroom with Hawaii, I'm gonna go to. There's gonna be some subconscious thing whenever I go to Hawaii that I'm just gonna constantly have the faint odor of shit lingering,
and you have to piss the entire time.
like, why would you do that? Do something cool. Make it. It's the shit room. Make it the Star Wars room now. You know what I mean?
Drinks right out of the bottle.
But it's. I told you I don't drink. It's water. This is yours.
I know, but it's just
this
so
is
funny. I know, I'm the degenerate.
It makes me feel like a pirate when I open it. Fuck yeah.
Yar.
Yar. So yeah, I found crack at work. It was a lot of fun.
Crack is whack, bro.
Yeah, dude. They had to like call the cops. The cops came and like took it away. And like
Did they interview you about finding all this crack?
I was so afraid because I was like, fuck 12. I ain't talking to nobody. Like I don't say shit.
I only smelled it.
Well, that was the thing. They're like, did you wash your hands? I'm like, yes, vigorously. Of course I did. And then like my fingerprints were on the glass, and like I touched the fucking rock with my hand. Right?
You're in a jam at this point, man.
So you're
on the list.
So we're on a list because of our dead friend. So I'm like, hey, should I be worried if the cops are coming? And she's like, I said, should I be worried? She goes, why? She goes, no, just go wash your hands. My boss goes, just go wash your hands. And if you start feeling funky, I guess we just have to send you home. And I was like, oh, I don't care about being high.
If I got high off the crack rocks, then I get to go home.
10 minutes later, me in the bathroom, just like, oh yeah.
Hold on.
You don't smoke. You don't, Kyle. You don't smoke crack out of a pipe like you smoke weed. You put the flame under.
It shows you how much I know about crack.
It shows you how much stuff I've watched about crack. I listen to a lot of fucking 80s rap. Okay, so the thing I'm getting at though, she's like, if you feel a little funky, like you can go home. I'm like, oh no, I'm not worried about getting high. Like if you accidentally buy the ticket, take the ride. If I get high, what am I gonna do? It's a story I could tell. I want to hear the time I accidentally did crack. Like it's funny.
That's a great parlor story.
Yeah, but I was like, no, should I be worried that the cops are coming and my fingerprints are on the glass? And she's like, they can't really trace it to anybody. So I was like, I guess. But I mean, I had to tell that story, dude. I've been waiting since this happened. Like, we record on Wednesdays. This happened, I want to say Friday last week. I've been waiting a long ass time to tell you the story. But
that's so good.
Segueing into what we normally talk about, we don't often talk about crack cocaine. I do want to talk about real quick. On screen will be a picture. Lamp, did you see this picture?
No, I didn't.
Lamp made some fan art, and I don't like the word fan, but I prefer the term listener. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Papa, did you see it?
I did not.
I'm gonna put it in host lounge. Give me just a moment. Made some great artwork based on a previous episode where I told the story of the time I had my Barney stolen in Brooklyn when I was a baby.
Where? What was it? Where
it's
was
in
it
host lounge.
It's
in host lounge. I think it's in memes.
This is not my Barney.
How great is that? I made that my icon.
It's your Twitter picture, right?
On Twitter and on Discord now. So I have a folder on my desktop here that is anytime anybody's ever made any sort of art for the show. Lamp's art will be on screen. It is here somewhere. If you guys ever send anything in, I'll put it on screen. Join the Discord, because in the Discord there is an art chat, It is called Original Character Donut Seal. Jump in that. Throw
There's
whatever
also one
you made.
called Art Stuff.
Oh, we have 2 of them?
Yeah,
why do we
the
have
other
2
one was
of
for
them?
talking about D&D.
Okay, do it in Art Stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had I thought we had 2 of them, or 1 of them. Either way, throw it in there. He didn't put an Instagram or anything, but jump into the Instagram or leave your Instagram and I'll link it and what have you, cuz that shit's super cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I need some like new art of me. I was thinking about drawing it, but I don't know. Whenever I draw myself, I get way too picky.
Yeah. I have one cartoon depiction of myself, and I'm gonna keep that for the rest of my life, and I'm never gonna touch it.
Which one?
The one with no nose and the big bushy beard and like the circular jar head.
And the one that is often might be holding a cigarette. Like
No,
that kind
that's
of guy.
no. That's not me. That's just a character I drew.
Yeah, but in the same style, right?
I mean, I guess. Okay. Other than that, back to what we normally talk about. It got announced that Starfield is exclusive to the Xbox. How do you fellas feel? Kyle, let's start with you. As someone who plays every console and every game as it comes out.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. I mean, I think we all knew it was going to happen. But it's weird to be like, hey, this new game Bethesda's making was announced like, what 2 years ago?
2016, I think.
And it was like, oh, we don't have no idea about this game. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's only on Xbox now.
I honestly don't love it.
I don't care, personally.
Yeah, I don't really care either. I think it's weird. Probably people were looking for it for other consoles, and now it's just like, nope.
Before the deal even went through for the $7.5 billion they spent, Microsoft made all their money back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that this has happened, but at the same time, like, I'm still in that point where it's like, what do I buy first? Do I buy a PlayStation or an Xbox? Because if I'm going to have to buy an Xbox if Fallout's on it. I'll take the hit on Elder Scrolls. I'm not a huge Elder Scrolls guy. I'll take the hit on Starfield. I wasn't excited about it to begin with. Brad Pitt's in it?
We have no information about that game.
Tom Cruise?
Is it Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt?
Cruise.
Papa, you sent me Tom Cruise.
I don't freaking know.
Papa sends me DMs all the time about just fun gaming stuff that's coming
I
out.
like gaming stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I think we have no information about this game that it's like, I don't care. Because it's like, you don't know anything about it. How you supposed to get excited for something if you don't?
Yeah, I don't really have any attachment to this game, so like...
Yeah.
What am I
Neither
gonna
do
about it?
I. That's the weird thing is like everyone was waiting. This is the first game that they've made that's a Bethesda Game Studios game that isn't Elder Scrolls and then later Fallout, which they didn't technically make. Like they made every Game Pass 3
They got
except
it
for New Vegas.
from Interplay.
Yeah, but like they don't. This was supposed to be like. This was supposed to be the next thing. You know what I mean? Like this was
it's supposed to be their next thing, yeah.
And now it's just so the thing is I don't understand about exclusives is like why not make all of the money? Why just make some of the money when you can make all of it? So,
yeah, I just don't get it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a timed exclusive, honestly. Like I wouldn't be surprised in like a year it's like get Starfield with all of the DLC.
Deathloop.
They did that with BioShock. Is it? I thought it was an exclusive.
No, Deathloop is timed. I think they said it's timed exclusive.
No shit. But they did that with BioShock. I remember BioShock didn't come to PlayStation.
I think a lot of stuff didn't come to PlayStation early on. There was a lot of games. I'm trying to remember.
Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. I don't mind. Like, this doesn't bother me. This isn't something huge for me. This isn't something... It is what it is, and it ain't what it used to be. But, like, I can't get upset about something that I didn't know was or wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's on PC, I don't really have to be too up in arms, but I think it kind of sucks because I think that PlayStation is kind of better.
Yeah, it's... So when I was home... I got to play my brother's PlayStation, and let me tell you, Astrobot is a fantastic game. It's a tech demo. It's a 3-hour tech demo. And I'm not even a huge PlayStation fanboy. I don't like JRPGs. But like I saw a little Astrobot as Cloud and I got excited. Like there's little things about it that are just super, super neat. And like the way the haptic feedback feels, you can feel Astro walk on metal in the controller.
That's wild.
And like if it rains, you can feel it like just tapping on the controller.
When
That's
that
crazy.
happened,
That's so cool.
when that happened, there's a heavy rain. I've never played a David Cage game in my life, but there's a little heavy rain Easter egg of an Astrobot laying there with a little paper crane on his chest. And I was like in my brother's room and went, oh, heavy rain. I've never even played the game. But, you know, like if you could kind of around, that'd be cool. Because it's a space game, and you could feel it in the controller, like rumble and vibrate.
Like Deathloop has if your gun gets jammed, you can't press the trigger down.
That's so cool.
Really?
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And I think the one gun has like you put nails in it, and you could feel like the nails going in the controller.
It's so like okay. So the Last of Us 2,
so immersive.
The Last of Us 2 just got the update. Papa just sent me the video that they just did it, and it added haptic feedback to the controller. Like, you know how tight that's going to be as Ellie and pull the bow back, and in your the left trigger, feel the tension of the bow
like when
being
it's ready,
pulled back.
yeah.
Like that's so tight. That's so cool. Like all that stuff. And that game, Kyle. The Last of Us 2 is Rain the game, is it not?
Yeah.
It's a rainy game.
So all you're going to feel is this. I know that doesn't help for the listeners, but like you're just going to hear like in your controller the whole time while you're taking down Seraphites.
I got one.
All right, let me hear it. It's not picking it up on Discord, but I bet it sounds wonderful. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you can probably hear it in the episode though.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not super upset about it. Also, Bethesda shut down their forums. This is from Juicehead on Twitter. Bethesda just announced that they're closing their official forums and moving all community discussion to Discord. Link to our Discord in the description below. They just opened a new server. Actually, pretty stoked on this one. Was one of the main places for PTS feedback for 76. That last part is obviously Juicehead's own opinion and not the statement itself that he surmised. But it makes sense. Now Microsoft owns it, and they want to make as much money as possible, so take down those servers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And now Discord, PlayStation, Sony owns Discord.
No, they don't own it. They have a partnership.
No, but partnership.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny though.
But why not, dude? What have I've been saying for over a year? Sony, and I'm pointing this way because that's where my PlayStation is. Sony needs a partnership with Discord because they have it with Xbox. Dude, now you can jump on, like, we don't ever have to use parties again. I mean, we're going to, but we don't have to.
Yeah, because I like to record everybody, but yeah.
I wish we had that. You remember that time we were playing GTA Online?
The vacuum? I don't have
Someone
it because
throws the controller.
No one else had their, you had to turn on the settings, so it picked it up.
Yeah.
I think he might have it. I think he mentioned it, but I don't have that clip.
For those who don't know.
But it's only me laughing, so.
For those who don't know, we had a friend who would get notorious for getting angry at video games and threw the controller. Through the controller, and you could tell, like, that vigorous, angry throw, and all of a sudden you just hear a faint ooh, and we're like, did he just turn the fucking vacuum on? So, like 3 minutes later, you can hear like the rustling of a headset, and just goes, I threw the controller to hit the vacuum, and it turned it on. It's like 1 a.m. Yeah, so I think that's all I really had to talk about. Did I mention I found crack at work?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that.
Just to clarify that.
Hey, before we get into lore, does anybody want to take a break quick, get a drink? Kyle, you want some cookies?
I'm good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I know you really like them.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've like not been in the midst of conflict. So I don't know how hard it is to get the cookies out there. I just want to make sure that you're.
Yeah, are you good?
All right, I just
thought
we'd check.
I'm good.
Olive, you wanna
I do have some paperwork to go over.
Oh.
And by paperwork, I mean we got to thank some people for being so generous for our show.
It's going to be a hard edit.
Sorry about that. I thought it was going to be funny, but then it wasn't. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, folks, that donate to our Patreon. It's because of you that we can keep this show on the rails, getting us to our third year on the tracks. Choo choo.
150 episodes.
150 episodes.
We haven't been doing the Patreon for 150 episodes, but if you've been with us for one episode, or I know we've been doing it for at least 100 at this point, I think, because I know we did it within, I want to say, the first 8 months. So
yeah.
If you've been here for one episode, or if you've been here for all of them, thank you in any capacity. This is a lot of fun to do. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. This is just my thing, so it's okay.
Wow, okay, fuck.
It's fine.
Well, I'm Olive. I don't ever edit.
I've been working a lot of hours. I'm sorry. Thank you to Noah.
Thanks, Noah.
Next up, thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
Thanks to Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thanks to every single one of Jones's Bones Jones.
Thank you, Bones Jones.
And a supreme, double-sized, supersized thank you to Girth Brooks.
Thank you, Girth Brooks.
And folks, just it's because of you that we can make this happen. And don't forget, patrons, you have your own Discord channel. So, hit us up.
So, it's 150. Like I've stated many times already. And I thought we should do a big one, even though we just got done doing several weeks of big lore. Why not
big lore on our hips?
Why not do big lore from one of the biggest Fallout games in the series, the fan
and
favorite.
The best.
Okay, and why not do it on the Legate? Legate. So there's 4 different ways to say it.
The Legate, known as Lanius.
Lanius. I would say Lanius, and then I looked it up. It's Lanus. It's like the proper Latin way is Lanus. So why not do it on Lanus? You ready? The book's back.
The book's back?
The book's back. I didn't suck with time management this week. I did play a lot of Last of Us Factions while I should have been taking notes, because that shit still rips. But episode 150's lore is Legate. I've already forgot how to say it in the 6 different ways. Legate Lanus. The military commander of Caesar's Legion, Caesar's most trusted war leader, and the replacement of Joshua Graham after the Battle of Hoover Dam, the first battle of Hoover Dam. During the exploration from the east, helping in the destruction and assimilation of various tribes. Linnaeus's backstory is inconsistent and so most aren't sure of how true the background of him actually is. Kaiser touts him as the greatest warrior of the Arizona tribe, the Hydebarks. The Hydebarks. Can't read my own handwriting. The Hydebarks. Hydebarks had such powerful battlefield presence that they could take out Legion patrols single-handedly. Wow. And the Legion is known for just destruction. Just straight, this is yours, now it's mine.
You did this, I did this.
Yeah. This delayed the annexation of the Hydebarks by months. Once the Legion surrounded the tribe's camp, the chief decided to not be murdered and surrendered. So from what I got from when I went through the wiki was Caesar came to you, or the Legate came to you, or what have you, and they pretty much said,
join or die.
Join or die. And what's the one thing I always say about the Legion? I kind of want to. I want to print a shirt out. If we can get like as close to.
They make a fine point, and they're good salespeople.
I want to get. If we can design this someday, like a scoreboard in Legion colors, and it's like Kai'Sar and NCR on one side, and the NCR has like a few points, but Kai'Sar has like a ton of points. They put numbers on the board. The Legion puts numbers on the board. They say they're going to do something, and then they do it. They surrounded the camp. The chief said he'd rather surrender than be murdered. And Lanius, before he became Lanius, went berserk and attacked his own tribe, killing 15 of his own men before he could be stopped. This maimed him and tore most of his face off. Kai'Sar had his wounds tended to, and then Kai'Sar offered him a brand new face if he fought in his name, in the name of Kai'Sar and his legion. His new face would be casted in iron.
That's why he has the cool mask.
Kind of. So, we'll get into this a little later, but there is a variant, I might have it on screen, a variant of Lanius without the mask on.
Does he look all like...
No.
He's
got like a dumb, like mutton chops, like...
Is it like a default face that they just never programmed
kind of. Do you remember when I had mutton chops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a time.
You're going through your Victorian age.
It's just mutton chops and like a long... I think the soul patch is called Daddy-O. I guess you can... I never did it because I always just put beard on my character. But you can mix some facial hairs. Yeah. I always put a survivalist beard because I just thought that made the most sense. I don't got time to bathe and shave. You know what I mean? I need bottle caps, gosh damn it. So I want to get into that a little later because there is some discrepancy with if that story is even true. So, Lanius took the deal to fight under Kai'Sar as long as he could slaughter the remaining males in his old tribe, the Hydebarks. Kai'Sar agreed and then took the boys for training, which is fun to kind of read and say out loud because I feel like it's going to put me on a list saying the young boys were taken in for training, which is even
and then
funnier.
Murdered.
No. The young boys were taken to be indoctrinated into the Legion.
Into the Legion.
But when you say Kai'Sar takes in the young boys, when you know that it's based off of ancient Rome, did you know, fun fact of the day, did you know the ancient Romans believed that male and female relationships were only for procreation? And that you could only love...
The Romans, and... pardon my French, the Romans were
I mean, Vince, you were there.
Yeah, that's how old I was. I saw it. I was a spectator. So you couldn't love a woman the way you could love a man because only a man would understand what a man needed. So just, and everybody knows what they did with kids. It was ancient Rome. Orgies aplenty.
Orgies aplenty, absolutely.
You went to your first orgy when you were like 9 in ancient Rome. So some of the legionaries claim that Linnaeus was born into slavery for the Legion, and his natural talent allowed him to rise through the ranks at the young age of 11 plus 1. Antony, the Houndsmaster, claims that it took years to conquer the Hydebarks, and that they mercifully joined the Legion. Graham has no memory of Linnaeus's formative years, which really doesn't make sense because he would have been involved in some capacity. He would remember him even if he was just a soldier. Because it wasn't like Kai'Sar went to him and was like, hey, fight for me. And he's like, okay, I'm the legate now. Like,
no, he had to have been like an underling for some time.
Yeah.
Maybe Joshua Graham was just like, I don't have time to give anyone the time of day unless it's Kai'Sar.
I do not have time to give anyone the time of day unless it is my god. Fucking love Graham.
Yeah, so he didn't even look at anyone else other than Kai'Sar.
Yeah, he was just like,
The rest is irrelevant.
Can
you say the rest of the Legionnaires are inconsequential?
The rest of the Legionnaires are inconsequential.
That was pretty fucking good.
Isn't that right, Daniel? He's just a cuck in the corner. Daniel. He's so inconsequential, Daniel. What does he do? What does he do? Arizona was under the Legion's control by the time of the fall of Graham, and there is no way he wouldn't know of Lanius. Kind of what I just said before.
Right.
So, what happened, dog? Like, why? I wonder if that's just an oversight in writing. Like, they just didn't see it.
I feel like happens from time to time with Fallout.
Yeah, but I kind of don't expect it with New Vegas, honestly, because I feel like that game is so meticulous with its writing. Ugh. In a good way. I mean, Linnaeus is a myth and a weapon. He can boast the morale of his troops with his ruthlessness and also destroy the morale of any of his opponents. He knows the weight that his name holds. He serves almost as much as a symbol of the Legion itself. So if I crop the video correctly, I'm 90% sure my flag here of the bull, hold on, there we go, is on screen. So you could replace the bull with Linnaeus's face, and it would, you know what I mean, like of the mask, it would be the same
just
thing.
Like,
well, you know what I mean, not like. So his own slaves have been blinded so they cannot gaze upon his face without his mask. And I don't know if that's the most gangster shit. Yeah, I don't know if it's the most gangster shit or the most insecure shit I've ever heard of.
It sounds insecure to me.
I mean, they must be really bad slaves, you know? It's like, slaves are supposed to go get you stuff. They're supposed to get you stuff.
Slave, bring me my dinner. Where? How? And you know they don't have sticks. Those blind people sticks.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would say accessibility is at an all-time low in the post-apocalypse.
So he could have blinded them as kind of a thing to be like, it's an honor, and I'm saying honor with quotations, it's an honor to be the slave of the legate, but this also may be so that they don't start spreading rumors about his face not being torn off. Now I want to talk about this for a second. There is a face model of Linnaeus, and I think that's because I was watching something and they were talking about how in an interview Josh Sawyer said a lot of the faces of NCR and Legion are just random generic faces that exist because they just needed to put it on. They needed something underneath the face.
They needed just a little bit of flesh to put the decorations on.
That's it, because a lot of the Legion has the goggles and they have the bandanas. The NCR has the suits that come up that guard the mouth and the nose. You know what I mean? So and they have goggles and helmets and shit on. So a lot of it, to me, I wouldn't be surprised. I want to believe the myth that Lanius has his face destroyed and he's this conqueror. I want to believe that, but also I can see why it's bullshit.
It could just be like bullshit and boasting and folklore.
Yeah, and it's just left up to your imagination. I always forget the exact thing, and I'm surprised I didn't read it on the wiki, but what does Mr. New Vegas say about how he had...
New Vegas.
He had 1/10 of his men destroy a platoon. You know what I mean? Like, it's
an underperforming squad of troops. I could hear it in my brain.
Hold on, let me Google
the legate
that.
known as Lanius. It starts off like that.
I'm seeing on Villains Wiki. I'm on Villains Wiki right now. So all my lore I get off of Fallout.fandom.com. Right now I'm on Villains.fandom.com. One of Mr. New Vegas radio broadcasts, it is stated that Legate Lanius practices a version of punishment from the Roman army called decimation, killing every 10th man if they were to lose in a battle. And that's a big thing with him, is he doesn't care how many people they lose as long as they win. So if 100 Legion goes up against 100 of any tribe in Colorado or Arizona, and every one of that tribe dies, and only 99 of the Legion dies, he won. He doesn't care. He put numbers on the board.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Like, it's a numbers game, but the numbers don't matter. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Before arriving at Hoover Dam, Lanius led the military efforts for the conquest of Colorado.
Hey, I know someone there.
Haha, me too. I found out another kid we went to school with, lives, 2 zip codes that away.
Really?
Like, in the same part of Colorado that I live in.
Some people that I went to college with live in Colorado right now.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's super tight. It's a big
in
state.
Denver.
Really? It's very expensive there. So I'm just going to read this part again. Before arriving at Hoover Dam, Linnaeus led the military efforts in the conquest of Colorado. He would either kill or annex the tribes in. Now, in Denver was a big get for the legate. And he threw the hounds of the hangdogs into burning pyres. So
I don't like the sound of that. They hurt the dogs.
Yeah. So the hound dogs, Antony is one of the hound dogs. And what I like about Caesar, not that I like it, but the idea of it, that it's what ancient Rome did. We don't just kill you. We kill your history. We kill your family. We kill your name. Antony is from Denver. He's the houndsmaster that has Lupa. And he has that little bit of himself still inside of his Legion ideals. He carries that little bit of Dogtown, that little bit of Denver in him. There's also a Trallius of Phoenix, which I think is super interesting because how come he got to keep the name Phoenix?
Right.
He's from Phoenix. If Caesar wants you to have nothing to do with your past, why does Atralius have that? Like, why does Atralius have that little bit of Arizona attached to him? Either way.
Maybe whatever he did to get his title is, cool enough that he got to keep it, you know?
Maybe. I want to know more. I should read it. I will read it eventually. But all of this made him wary of overly ambitious plans. The entire annexation of Colorado, almost destroys the Legion. It almost broke the Legion. They lacked food, water, and replacement men. His last conquest before the dam was someplace in Utah. Now, it doesn't say if it was New Canaan. It doesn't say if it was Ogden, because I don't think that was directly him. If I remember correctly, that's the Whitelegs that really do that in, and that's because of the death of Graham, as the death of an artist. Not that he's dead; he became the burned man.
Yeah,
and that had more to do with Ulysses.
His legacy completely changed at that point.
Yes, but the last battle of Utah, it's not stated, at least on the wiki, it was not stated where that was. I believe the exact words was the wilds of Utah, which is fun to think about. Yeah.
How wild is Utah?
It's wild Utah is when a bunch of Mormons are like, you know what? I'm not gonna knock on that door. What? Yeah.
That's wild.
So he assimilated 14 tribes and exterminated 5 for
That's
19.
a wild thing to do.
And he did that in 2077 is after the first battle is lost, right? 78, 79, 80, 81. In 4 years. Because New Vegas takes place 4 years after the first battle of Hoover Dam, after the events of Fallout 3 as well. He destroys 19 fucking clans of people. Imagine walking into a village and being like, gone, 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 gone in 4 years.
Yeah, it's like,
they don't use guns.
F you, you're not even alive anymore.
They don't use guns, homie.
They just do stabby with the pitchforks and the spikes and the spears.
Only centurions get guns, I think. And even then, it's only and Fumentari, I think, only get guns. And that's
and you gotta be good. You gotta be good with it.
So after his victory in various battles, he was granted the name Linnaeus or Lanius or Lanus, which means butcher in Latin. I think I actually have that written down twice in my notes. Caesar claims that he cares not for the Legion and only the loyalty to Caesar. This was seen as an asset. He cares not for losses or even legionary life. It's victory at all costs. And we kind of went over that a little bit before. He has
and that's kind of where Graham was too. Like, he wasn't really... He was more there for Caesar.
I think, and we've talked about Graham before, but I think Graham kind of got swept up in an ideology.
Like, in the fanfare of it all.
I don't necessarily think Graham believed in what he was doing towards the end. I'm probably wrong when I say that, but from what I was reading, he sees that what happened, and, you know, like, he agreed with what he was doing originally, I think, because I think he thought that he was bringing culture and education to other tribes, because he was not a follower. Graham
was a teacher.
He was a teacher. He would interpret. I think Ulysses gets the brunt of it, really, because, like, Ulysses talks about how the White Legs twist, which is one of the best holotapes in the series as far as I'm concerned, how the White Legs twist their hairs to make them look like Ulysses, because they started to fall in love with Ulysses and not with Caesar, and how they did this as a point of pride, but Ulysses looked and said, that's my clan. Those are my people that you don't even realize that you've appropriated that look. You don't know what those braids mean. I think Graham
it was all a symbol that was, like, kind of coming from the wrong point.
Yeah, and I was actually having this conversation, I think, with Lamp, funnily enough, on Twitter. I did a poll of who was the better bad guy, Ulysses or Graham, and Ulysses and Graham have the same problem, and it's their past. And it's the road that they chose to walk, where Graham goes, the road I choose to walk is behind me, but I must continue forward. Where Graham does that. Graham wants to move forward. Where I feel like Ulysses stops every mile to look back and go, look what I've done. Look how far I've gone. And that eats at him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you there.
And I think that's a really interesting concept because, again, I don't agree with half of the shit that happens in Lonesome Road. But I think Ulysses as a character is super interesting, and to see that he has such an impact, and he's only Fumentari. Not to say that it's not like a high ranking thing.
He wasn't even the legate.
He wasn't a legate. He wasn't. I think Fumentari technically go higher than Centurion.
Yeah,
technically,
yeah, they do.
Only because
they're like special ops, basically.
Let me check. Regardless of that, I just want to say real quick, I'm pretty sure it's Praetorian. Those are the ones that are like Caesar's right-hand men. My favorite thing about them is that when Caesar sees a centurion that could be the next Praetorian, he grabs the guy and goes, pick my weakest Praetorian and beat him to death in front of me, and if you win, you can have his spot.
I like that too.
The Legion puts numbers really cool on the board.
They do it all day, actually.
Yeah. Okay, let's just get through the last bit of this. He has this uncanny ability to sense any form of weakness within his army. He is not known for subtle attacks. He likes frontal attacks, wave attacks. He wanted to overtake the NCR with just brute force. Even allies see his ferociousness. He doesn't care about casualties of his own as long as the enemy is more impacted. He's not Caesar's only legate, and when I read this, it didn't make sense because there aren't any other legates. But I think it meant it's not his first legate.
Right, yeah.
Because of Graham and whatnot, and someone before him probably, in some capacity. He is the heir to Caesar's position, and that would give him full control. There is cut content from the game that if you let him win and Caesar dies, that he sits where House's computer once was with dogs there and one of his slaves, and you could go up to the slave and kill the slave in front of him, and he's like, good kill.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah,
I guess that slave didn't see it coming.
I guess not.
You proud of that one, Papa?
Yeah.
Lanius saw war as the ultimate trial, the weak to be disregarded and the strong allowed to rise to greatness. He sees no use in diplomacy like Vulpes and Culta, which I fucking love Vulpes. the diplomacy methods that Vulpes Inculta uses. He believes that the Omertas being used will ruin the honest victory of the Legion. So a lot of people don't know this because no matter what you do with the Omertas, there is no end card, and I feel like a lot of people just pass this quest anyway because it's not super great. The one with Troik, and they kill the hooker, and there's that other guy who has like a snuff tape.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is no end screen that says the Omertas help or don't help at the end, but the Omertas strike a deal with Kaisar saying that they'll pretty much, because they're still tribes. They're still tribes at the end of the day. They're tribes in suits. Listen to Hood Politics. I meant to tell you this before. Listen to Hood Politics. It's a great podcast. The host of it, his name's Prof. He's like, if you understand gangbanging, you'll understand economics, because politics is just gangbanging in nice suits. And that's what the casinos are. They're gangs in suits.
That is really what they are, yeah.
Yeah, and like the dude's breaking shit down. He's like, this is how you understand politics. This is gang culture. This is politics. But the Omertas having the chance to assimilate and to become sophisticates, they kind of piss it away and say, fuck it, let's just go back to being tribesmen. Let's go back to just
and money and whores again.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they were. They're degeneracy. They're the degenerate casino.
That's even what Gamora was. They really didn't stop. They just put it in flashing lights.
Linnaeus does see the NCR as some passable foes. He sees that there is some dedication and some ability there. He sees the Rangers as excellent in range combat, but he doesn't like General Lee Oliver. He says he's less capable due to all of the politics that he deals in, but he does see Chief Hanlon as cunning. Lannius knew that Hanlon was smart enough to know that the new legate would not make the same mistakes. So Linnaeus can see that there is... He's smart enough to understand, even though he's just full frontal attack, he's smart enough to know, okay, this is... Hanlon is their version of me. And that's a big thing that...
to be able to recognize strength in an adversary, yeah.
Yeah, because Oliver wasn't supposed to be the general. It was supposed to be Hanlon. There's a whole thing in Hanlon's quest line, I forgot to remember to forget, I'm pretty sure is the quest, that says that, like, he was a war hero, him and Oliver fought together, and it should have been him. And I think it's because Hanlon's older. That they didn't give it to him. That's what it kind of sounds like it comes down to. There's probably a couple of other reasons, like politics being involved. But Lannius had politics. But Lannius, this is how smart Lannius is as a war chief. He came up with the idea to use the tunnels, the drainage tunnels in the dam, to attack the NCR. And he understands that if he wants to do this, it's going to take time. And I mean time in the sense of it, they got to do it quick. Because if there's any blockage, if it's a full frontal attack from the inside, almost like a reverse Trojan horse in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kind of. Maybe I'm pulling at straws, but like... he knew that if they don't do this quick, it could mean death. They had to do it quickly. And... yeah. It fucking happens. The rest of the wiki that I was getting my notes from kind of goes into how the quests kind of play out. And I'm not interested in talking about the quests themselves. I like talking about the character themselves. So here's some fun facts for you. His height. Now every character in the game, your character in the game, is set at 1. That is their height, is 1. Right? Lannius' height is set at 1.15, making him 6'11", the tallest human NPC in New Vegas.
I believe that.
I think Sharon...
He's just like... They just took like the corner in Photoshop and just dragged him up a little bit.
Yeah. I think Sharon in 3 is like 1.5 or 1.10.
Yeah, it makes the noodle arms in 3 fucked up.
Yeah. He performs human sacrifices for Mars, the Roman god of war. And there's something that I like a lot of people don't... I feel like a lot of people don't realize that Kaisar really made his entire ideology kind of based on him being a cult leader.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is the Church
I always
of
forget
Mars.
that.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't talk about that, but Lanius is either, pardon the pun here, if this is even a pun, but he's taken the Kool-Aid. He's drank the Kool-Aid on this one. And he's kind of into the idea of maybe Mars being the god of war and that Kaisar is the physical.
See, last time I checked, it was Kratos, but
Kyle, how good is... You want to plug real quick, Kyle? How good is God of War?
It's really good.
Yeah? How good is it?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good enough to make a video about it where we talk about it for an hour? Kyle, why don't you plug away?
What? Our
plug away.
Kyle and Vince likes things for God of War?
Tell me about it. Yeah.
Where we talk about how we love God of War.
What else we talk about that we love, Kyle?
Other games?
Sure. The Sonic movie's there too. Kyle and I have our own show called Kyle and Vince Likes. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking God of War is great. Too bad we gotta wait till next year for the sequel.
although it does look like it's going to be cool.
Oh, yeah. He's the only person in the Legion to refer to Graham by his real name and not the Burn Man. And Chris Avallone wrote him. That's pretty much all the notes I have. Does anybody have anything they'd like to say about Lanus?
I don't care for him as a character, honestly.
Really?
I mean, in all my playthroughs, I've never sided with the Legion all the way. So I guess I'd never really got to know him as a character. But
you never went all the way?
I never went all the way with the Legion. I always quit after the first date. The first crucifixion. But from someone who's only ever played Free Vegas, The House Always Wins, and NCR, I just don't... He seems like kind of bland.
Papa?
I only remember him showing up at the end, and that's the only time I remember this character.
If you do that's what I like about him, though, is that you just hear about him. And hear about him. If you take the Legion questline, there is a point where you get to see him before the battle at his camp. I don't remember, it was a long time ago, the last time I remember doing that, but you do get to see him and he talks to you and you get to ask him some questions and stuff. I love these types of characters. I love these big brooding Frank Horrigan-esque characters. I like Graham a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I like these characters that have a mythos around them.
Mm. You like folk heroes.
Yeah. I like a dude that I can cheer for, be it good or bad.
Speaking of folk heroes, if that's lore...
Yes, that's lore. That's lore. That's lore. If anybody else has anything to say, go ahead and say it now. Cool, that's lore.
Speaking of folk heroes, why don't we create some folk heroes right now in this beautiful game called Super Fight?
Before we do that, I wanted to tell you guys, I totally forgot. I got my first vaccination shot.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I got my second one couple, I think 2 months ago.
Oh, nice, dude. My phone reception's great.
I know. It's so much better now.
It's so good.
5G cell tower built in.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the autism it gave me is fine. I feel great. Rick and Morty's way funnier now.
Wait until you start growing boobs.
I've been eating healthy my whole life. Don't worry.
Make sure you start buying soy milk. It'll make it all better.
No, I'm okay there. No, dude. I got Moderna.
I got young Moderna.
I got that one too. Yeah.
Ooh, Moderna gang.
My roommate's got little Pfizer.
Okay, yeah. Moderna, you got to wait like a month.
Yeah, so
4
same
weeks.
thing with Pfizer.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, I'm ready. The first thing I'm doing once I get the second shot is I'm going into a movie theater.
I did that recently, and it was
What'd you see?
Just opened right back up again.
Really?
I saw the Demon Slayer movie.
I got to see something special. The last movie I saw was Sonic.
You got to see Sonic 2.
I'm not waiting until next year to see Sonic. I need to go to a theater now. I know what days I have off. I'll go see a matinee showing just to get out of the house. I want to go to a theater. I want to buy overpriced popcorn and some candy that I could have gotten 3 for the same price there. I want to go to a theater again.
Well, what's even showing?
I don't. Apparently,
actually, the Mortal Kombat movie apparently is good. I think I might see it next week with a friend.
I heard if you like, Papa said he loved it.
If you like Mortal Kombat, you'll like it. I don't think it was in general Sonic level movie, but I think it was like, oh, this is okay.
If Kong and Godzilla's still in theaters, I might go see that, just because I know it already rips.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think.
The Tom and Jerry movie. All right, let's play Super Fight.
Let us fight in a super way. So anyone who is unfamiliar...
Funny.
Oh, what?
The fact that you're drinking wine, it's like you're from the 1800s because that's how old you are.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's empty. I went through it.
You have multiple of them. I mean...
I have this one. This was a red. I have a white bottle. I actually have like one of those artisan bottles that when you go to a fancy restaurant.
Do you guys want to hear something cool? My boss gave me a bottle of wine and said like, "Hey, you've been doing a great job. Take this home and enjoy it." And I was like, "Wow, that was really nice of you."
I wish a boss would do that, because I would look them in the eyes and be like, "I'm in recovery." And I would just walk away.
No, like he had asked me the previous day, do you like wine? And I was like, yeah, I like this and this and this and this. And the next day he came in and said, hey, I got this for you from, because he has a restaurant like down the block. He's like, I picked this up for you. Give it a try. You've been doing great.
You know that raise you wanted? Here's a bottle of wine.
No, I also got the raise. I'm also going to get another one.
I'm just saying about how, like... Oh, you did good. Here's a pizza.
Here's a pizza party.
Yeah. All right, Super Fight. Let's go. How do you play Super Fight, Olive?
How do you play Super Fight?
Tell me.
We all draw a white card that has a subject on it. For example, I will just look at one here. It'll be a character like Homer Simpson,
Good.
Darth Vader, a witch, Mr. Rogers, stuff like that. And we get to discuss... After all three of us pick, or we could do 1v1 and have someone be the mediator. Who would win in a fight? However, after our preliminary discussion, we get to add a black card to the mix on each side, and those are modifiers. So example might be armed with a crowbar, or can turn invisible while singing show tunes, or... has tiny bird legs. So they're not all good. Some of them are debuffs, some of them are buffs, but they usually make the fight more decisive and more interesting. I like to draw a second black card because then things get really, truly off the rails.
So let's do this. Let's do a minute each for each person to state their case.
Are we gonna like actually clock it, or are we just gonna be like a ballpark? Okay.
So I'll clock it.
All right, are you going to be the referee for me and Kyle this round?
Yeah. So it's going to go you and Kyle, then Kyle and myself, and then me and you.
All right.
So whoever's not playing that round has to ref.
Okay.
You ready?
Let me grab my phone timer.
Everybody gets 2, right? Right? Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
You and Kyle. So you and Kyle, yeah. So then Kyle and me, and then me and you. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to edit. This episode's going to be a little long.
All right, cool. So I will draw first.
Yes. This is for you and Kyle.
I don't know who this is. I'm putting it back. All right. I have drawn. Kyle, you ready for yours?
I'm ready.
Hold on. Before we do that, is everybody still recording?
Yeah. I am most definitely still recording. So this is a good starter. Mine is octopus. And Kyle's is polar bear.
Oh, shit.
Are we ready for the discussion?
Yeah. I'm going to say go.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
3,
I'm ready for this.
2,
I'm going to
1.
go first, Kyle.
Go.
Octopus has 4 more legs. That's 4 more legs to beat a polar bear's ass. octopus can pull polar bear into the freezy tundra water and is super smart and has a big brain and will drown the polar bear's bitch ass. I don't need the rest. I concede my time.
Wow. Papa, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So this is for polar bear. 3, 2, 1, get it.
I'm a goddamn polar bear.
Oh, shit.
That's it. There you go. That's it.
I mean, you do make a pretty strong argument, Kyle.
I drink Coca-Cola. Can octopus drink a Coca-Cola?
Wait.
I could drink 8 Coca-Colas.
What year is it? What year does this fight take place in?
It doesn't matter. It's ambiguous.
Hold on. No.
It could happen at any time.
So here's my thing. If Kyle's a polar bear that's drinking Coca-Cola, if it's Coca-Cola with cocaine in it, I'm giving this one to Kyle.
Yeah, but I could drink 8 cocaine colas.
How can you
But
drink
Octopuses,
water?
no. Octopuses can't drink
of course.
Coca-Cola.
Why not?
Because I've never seen an octopus drink Coca-Cola in popular marketing.
Well, I think it would be quite difficult for a polar bear to actually drink Coca-Cola as well.
Do octopuses even have mouths or cloacas that they just take everything in?
Listen, I'll butt chug it if I have to.
Oh, I'm so. I mean, here's my thing.
Do you want to pull a modifier?
Hold on. As the referee, as the judge, I'd like to say this. I was with you on Octopus. Kyle brought in the idea of Coca-Cola, and my brain went to cocaine. Polar bears are ruthless. They're the strongest of the bears, right? It's like polar bear. It's like polar bear, and then grizzly.
I'd say grizzly's probably the strongest.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think polar bears are the most brawlic. They live in the cold their whole life. But
I mean, octopus, they live
like 6 years. They live 6 years.
But they're smart cookies.
They are. They know how to undo jars and shit. But Kyle's polar bear is on cocaine Coca-Cola from the 1800s.
What's the strongest polar bear? What's the strongest bear in the world?
Is it polar?
You can't see it. It says polar bear.
What the
It's backwards.
fuck? This is wild.
So, I think throw in a modifier. Throw in a modifier for each one.
Hold on, I gotta fix the music.
Throw in a modifier for each one, but right now I'm giving it to Kyle. I throw in some modifiers, but right now I'm giving it to Papa.
All right, modifiers. I'm gonna take a modifier. Octopus has super jump.
Did you look at it?
I'm just pulling them out.
Okay.
And polar bear has riding a battle cat.
You can jump up in the air. I have a cat. I have a battle cat.
Oh, it's a shame we can't see you, Papa. Because for those that are watching, Kyle just goes, he's like, I won.
See, I think the octopus with super jump is a formidable foe because I can use all 8 of my jumping tentacles and do a lot of evading of your polar bear teeth and your battle cat, which doesn't seem to be contributing much other than being a vehicle.
I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Suck me?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'll pull you right off that battle cat and into the depths of the ocean.
We'll get newsflash. I can survive those depths of the ocean because I'm a polar bear.
I think you still got to breathe, Bucko. We can pull another modifier if it's still undecided.
Hold on. Here's my thing about the octopus having super jump. I think it's good. I think it could work a lot to the octopus's advantage. But aren't they webbed? Wouldn't that create like a parachute as they come down?
Potentially, but you could also fold up and become like a missile.
That's what I was thinking. Right now, I feel like... So, hold on. Is Kyle's battle cat like He-Man's mount? I don't know what He-Man's mount is called.
Because if I'm a giant polar bear, it has to be a giant battle cat I'm riding.
So if... Like... does it say in the card that he's riding it, or are they just homies?
It says riding a battle cat.
Okay.
So I basically have like a saber-toothed tiger. There's a polar bear on top of the saber-toothed tiger.
I think another modifier is needed. Oh,
Yeah, you think so?
hold on. Can the battle cat drink Coca-Cola?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, let's push it until it's decided.
Do you know Coca-Cola like designed Santa Claus? Like we have the idea of what Santa Claus looks like now because of Coca-Cola.
That is wild to think about.
Yeah.
So Octopus is riding a broomstick, also has super jump.
Seems kind of null and void.
Polar bear riding a battle cat, armed with a puppy musket.
There, I won. I have a gun.
A musket that shoots puppy. Yeah, but I now have full evasion tactics. You're not going to hit me.
What kind of puppy?
Assorted puppy.
Like if you shoot a corgi at a bitch, like it's gonna do some damage. But if you shoot like a bloodhound, I don't feel like a lot of damage is gonna be done.
I will have to say we're at a draw. Because if I'm
Vince has
trying
to
to shoot at
decide,
you,
or we have to just keep pushing the round.
No, I want to give it to Papa just because you have full
You
evasive.
suck.
Let me explain.
Okay.
You have full evasive abilities. Yes, you have full evasive abilities. But he has a gun. And he's on coke.
on a battle cat.
The coke is hearsay.
I don't know. Have you ever seen a polar bear? You've seen a polar bear drink Coca-Cola, right?
The polar bear drink Coca-Cola.
You've seen a polar bear drink Coca-Cola, yes or no?
Once.
Okay. Have you ever seen an octopus drink Coca-Cola?
I have not.
And since you didn't want to establish what year this was taking place in, it could be Coca-Cola that has cocaine in it.
But if there's an availability of Coca-Cola, I can also benefit from the Coca-Cola.
You could, but I don't think octopi drink.
I mean, not
They're
with that
dry.
attitude, they don't.
I guess. But here's the other thing. You can jump and fly around, but Papa can just go just corgi, husky, chihuahua, like, or it's a musket.
Hold on. All the ammo, all the assorted dogs act like Stranger Wrath ammo.
Like what?
Stranger's Wrath. So you have the one that's like all fuzzy and has teeth and just lashes on. You know Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath?
Oh, no, I never played them.
Well, you shoot like animals.
Okay.
And each one do like certain things. Like one, like if you shoot a spider, it wraps around them.
Fine,
Okay.
I'll
So I shoot
concede
a certain amount
Kyle
of
wins.
dogs that
I'm
do
giving it
different
to
things.
Papa.
I'll concede. Kyle is the winner.
I'll be honest, a lot of Papas came with the confidence too. Papa knew.
Mm-hmm.
Papa knew he won. He took like 6 seconds.
All right, who's next?
It's me and Papa now.
All right, so Vince, your card is me, meaning you.
Oh shit,
that-
okay.
So who would win, Vince or
I mean,
everyone at Burning Man? And go.
You want to time us? Being the ref and whatnot?
Go.
You want to show the timer? You want to
It's
show
already rolling, baby.
You want to? No, that's bullshit. You want to show it where people can see it?
can you
All
also
right,
tell
so-
all the listeners what time it is?
It's time to throw down, homie. What do you mean? Okay, so I gotta fight. I gotta fight a bunch of people to Burning Man. So here's my strategy. They're not gonna fight me because they're on drugs, and I'm gonna tell them that I'm a pacifist and I'm one with the universe.
Oh man, that's pretty sick, dog.
Yeah. Right after Fish plays, I'm gonna be like, guys. Are we all not but just specks of dust on a rock in the middle
I
of
think
some
I
gas?
recognize you from Coachella, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna try to like I'm trying to speech my way out of this one. That's my time.
Kyle, your time starts now.
I have fire-breathing machines that people will go crazy and make.
Everyone at Burning Man, yeah, I mean, they do have flamethrower type things.
Half the people at Burning Man are just, what's the name?
Hippies on drugs?
No, Underdome. Mad Max people. They're all Mad Max Underdome.
They are Mad Max people. I think that some people from Burning Man can really wreck your shit, Vince.
Oh, you got to put the timer on screen. I crop things out. Put it.
I'm trying my
in front
fucking
of you.
best.
It's not hard to hold the phone in front of the camera, homie.
Yeah, but then I keep blocking
Look,
you and I want to see your face.
Check it out. Look, I'm doing it. See how easy that is?
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
Okay, I mean, you can, but you can't. So, all right, I've won.
I don't think you have.
We need a modifier.
Okay, hit me with the modifier.
All right. Vince, you throw knives.
Oh, okay.
Everyone at Burning Man, Kyle. Top half is a velociraptor.
People, they're just velociraptors. You throw a knife.
Hold on. Top half. Does that include wings?
Yeah, so wings.
Velociraptors don't have wings.
I'm thinking of pterodactyls. Fucking.
I mean, either way, I'll fly away.
Everyone at Burning Man is half velociraptor, half stoner.
But I can throw knives. No. I'm going to make friends with everybody. I'm going to tell them that we're all one, we're all part of the universe, and then when they're not looking, like Assassin's Creed, I'm going to hang out with like a bunch of people in robes and just knife.
Well,
I mean, they are hungry velociraptors.
They are, yep. They have the brain of a velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Okay, so I'll just put myself in a room where there's a door, but there's a lock.
What room? You're a Burning Man.
There's a porta potty somewhere.
You're gonna lock yourself in the porta potty and you're just gonna let it get swarmed by velociraptor people? Vince, I feel like this is a lost fight.
Porta potty.
No, trust me. There's a little window on the porta potty that I have these knives that I can throw. Right? I'll carve out a little hole and I'll
listen. Just because you can throw these knives doesn't mean you're good at it.
Listen, I can open the porta potty. You know,
not if it's locked. Not if they're locked.
Claws, man. That's made of plastic.
What if?
I think we need one more.
Come on.
You think you need one more?
I think we need one more.
Let's do it.
All right, Vince.
Yes.
You're top in that half. Porta potty. It's the same card. Your top half is a shark.
Okay.
And everyone at Burning Man, top half velociraptor, driving the Pope Mobile.
I have the Pope.
The Pope is on Kyle's side.
I never.
Can you throw knives with fins? No?
Poorly, I'd say. Poorly.
No, I didn't think so.
I'm gonna have to give it to Kyle.
I'm gonna give it to I want to give this one to Kyle because also like the Pope Mobile is made to not
protect,
not to kill people because the Pope got shot once and then they started doing the Pope Mobile.
And he hates when it's called the Pope Mobile.
Does he really?
Yeah.
What does he call it?
I don't know, but he doesn't like the name Pope Mobile.
The Chrysler.
That's so funny. It's you and me, Olive.
They call it the Chrysler.
No shit, really.
I don't know. I didn't make it.
You know that's there's a joke like that in Futurama where they have the demon car. It's called he's an anti-Chrysler, the demon car. That's so funny.
All right, Kyle, do you have a timer ready?
Let me get it.
I'll do it. Well,
I got it, Mr.
I'm working on it.
All right, Vince, do you want to draw first or second?
Let's flip a coin for it.
Do you have a coin?
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Ooh, I'll use a Kennedy.
Well, in that case, I want heads.
You want some Kennedy head?
We'll see.
I'll show you what I'm made of. It's a Kennedy head.
All right. Then I'm gonna draw a second. I'm gonna choose second. You can go first.
You could have. Okay. Go ahead and pull my card, homie.
All right.
Give it a good shuffle. Give it a good shuffle.
All right, hold on. Let me get these fucking.
Kyle, how you been?
I've been good.
Yeah, how's the folks?
Good.
What are you playing lately?
Just finished Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, you like?
Absolutely. You know how when you play one of those
Your
games,
card is a Sasquatch.
Hold on. Olive, shut the fuck up. Papa was talking. He's a war hero. What were you saying before you so rudely interrupted?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I said, you ever play one of those games that you're like obsessed with and like have to look everything up?
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8 was that.
That's how I feel with The Last of Us right now. I really want to go back and get the plat, but the way the replaying the chapters just doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. So I got to restart everything. But what's my card, Olive?
Sasquatch.
Cool. What's yours?
Mine is Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, I've won.
I don't think so.
I've played a Sasquatch in D&D. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Papa. I go first?
Sure.
All right, so I've won because a Sasquatch is like 15 feet tall, and Abe Lincoln was like
allegedly
6. So Abe Lincoln, 1, was gay. Not that that's going to impact the way he's going to fight or anything. I just want to point it out.
Well, every time you say words, you're telling a story. What is that adding to the story?
Well, hear me out. He's obviously a man who's ashamed of who he is, so he's very weak and insecure.
I mean, there are gay people that are not ashamed of who they are.
No, he's not. He's not. But did you know that Abe Lincoln was gay before I said anything?
I don't think it was relevant to the fight, actually.
Well, what I'm trying to make is that he's very insecure and he's a very weak-willed individual. And I think that he himself, he's not going to, like, how are you going to say I'm not going to tell a lie, but then you're going to go sleep with dudes while you're married, bro? Come on, like, how are you going to do this? He's a liar. He's insecure. He didn't chop down a cherry tree as far as I'm concerned. And he only freed the slaves.
That's a minute.
Can I finish my statement?
You're done?
Can I finish my statement?
I don't think so.
You're 2 seconds over your time limit.
Okay. I mean, I think I should be able to finish my statement.
Abraham Lincoln.
Hold on.
All right,
Papa's got a timer. If I got to get cut off in the middle of my statement, it makes me sound like a racist. And you got to fucking wait till Papa hits go.
All right, go. Maybe after you're talking
Abraham
about
Lincoln's
your
his leadership allowed for the Union to be upheld. He's a strong leader, A. Part B, he's a vampire hunter in some circles. So he has familiarity with weapons and taking down cryptids. Need I say any more?
Are vampires cryptids?
Would definitely, yes. He most definitely would be qualified to take down a single Sasquatch, let alone the entire Confederate army.
Are you finished?
I don't think I'm finished, but I think he was a courageous war hero. He lived off the land. He knows exactly how to track a Sasquatch. And I think that he would be the clear winner, being a vampire hunter and a nature man. He's on the penny, man. He's on the penny. I'm finished.
Okay. I'm going to say I heard more about Abraham Lincoln than Sasquatch from both of you, so...
He didn't take down the Confederacy. He didn't. Hold on. Abe Lincoln wasn't out there with a fucking AK mowing down racists. He didn't do a goddamn thing. He was like, he didn't even want to free the slaves. He didn't even want to free the slaves. He told Frederick Douglass, "Why don't you and your people go back to Africa then?" He said that. Abe Lincoln said that. And then Frederick Douglass was like, "If that's what you think, you do not understand my people or our struggle." Sasquatch? What does Sasquatch do? He hides in the woods and keeps to himself. You never heard anything about a Sasquatch genocide, Sasquatch racism, and if a Sasquatch is gay, he's going to tell everybody.
Sir, your time is over. I think we need a card.
Fucking game.
All right. Are you ready for a modifier? I think we need a modifier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Modifier is Sasquatch is drunk.
Ooh.
And Abraham Lincoln, I'm going to pull from the middle here,
was closeted and a racist.
Can run 200 miles an hour, but only in a straight line.
If there's anything Abe Lincoln wasn't, was straight. Oh shit, we're timing it again? All right, so if Sasquatch...
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Just go.
Okay.
Go for
it. If Sasquatch is drunk, he's a big man. Andre the Giant would kill like a 30-pack and not get drunk, he'd get full. So let's say that our boy, Sassy, is drinking kegs at a time. Let's say he takes 2 kegs and he's hammered. He's drunk, right? Those 2 kegs are now weapons. And much like those... What are those Kratos fists in like God of War 3 with the lions? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I know Papa does. Imagine like 2 infinity gauntlets made out of aluminum, and I'm just fucking smashing.
Aluminum is not a very hard material.
But it's gonna hurt more than just my fists, homie. And
but you are drunk, so your coordination is definitely off.
That's fine. You're coming at me. You're coming at me at sonic speeds at 200 miles an hour, right? I just have to be cognizant. I gotta be cognizant.
You can't be cognizant because you are drunk. I'm running at 200 miles an hour in a straight line with my vampire hunting skills and my proficiency with weapons and the outdoors. I think that I could very easily take you down now that I have the speed boost in a straight line. I can rush you. I can take you down, use your heavy weight against you. Bigger they are, harder they fall. You're drunk anyway. You're on the ground.
One of 2 things is going to happen. I've been drunk 2 times, maybe 3. And those 2 or 3 times, I can tell. I can tell. Those few times I've actually been inebriated, I can tell when something's coming at me. It does not state how drunk Sasquatch needs to be. Right?
Right.
He's drunk. He's not calling up his ex-girlfriend going, we can make it work. Just please, I'm so alone. He's just drunk. Does not say how drunk. Sasquatch will be cognizant enough, if he's not super drunk, to see you coming in a straight line and put a fist out. Or he's so drunk that you're going to come at him and he's going to go and fall over.
See, but then you're on the ground and you're vulnerable. You need to take half your movement to get back up. I think you're fucked if you get on the ground.
Can Abraham Lincoln stop in the middle of his speed?
Yes, absolutely. He's got great control.
Okay.
Great control,
he can only go in straight line.
Can Abraham Lincoln stop lying to his wife about his gay lover?
And I don't think that's relevant to the battle
I think
here.
It's incredibly
Do you think
relevant.
We need to push to a 3rd round, or do I need to say more, Kyle?
One more.
I think you guys need to pick one more.
One more.
All right, ready for this?
Yeah.
Sasquatch is drunk, has 2 peg legs.
Like the pirate from Family Guy. Okay.
Yar. And Abraham Lincoln can run 200 miles an hour, but only in a straight line. Armed with a trident, bro.
I mean,
you're gonna get skewered. There's no contest.
Here's the thing. Even if Sasquatch dies, Abraham Lincoln's a coward, a racist, a polygamist, a heathen.
I mean, in the end, he dies too, so...
In the end, he dies too. However, he dies a winner.
Hold on. Just hear me out. I'm drunk, so I'm already wobbly. What if, because we don't know that much about Sasquatch culture, they're really into breakdancing. Hear me out.
I don't think you have the dexterity to breakdance with being drunk.
Hold on.
And having 2 peg legs.
You
cannot convince me of that.
What if I start spinning and I got the peg legs out and I start dreidel, I made it out of clay and I fucking just smack you with the aluminum, dude. I'm telling you, with the kegs.
I think it's some bullshit.
How come I keep getting the shitty draws?
Abraham Lincoln's going...
Do you want another one?
How
Do you really want another one?
Fast with a trident. You're getting pierced.
200 miles an hour with a trident.
I think you're missing the point. He was a racist.
Well, he
cheated
was a winner.
On his wife.
And he was a winner.
So, he's
on the penny and the $5 bill.
I'm gonna have to give it to Abraham.
And Sasquatch was in Red Dead Redemption's DLC, alright? John Marston pointed a gun at him, he's like, you eat babies. Was Abe Lincoln in Red Dead Redemption? I don't fucking think so.
Sasquatch has been defeated. Get fucked, nerd. Thank you for the win, Kyle.
Who do you think would win in a fight, Kyle or Shane Ivers?
I think Shane Ivers all day long.
Really?
He's going to break out his repertoire of music, specifically.
Pull out a modifier. Pull out a modifier for Shane and then pull out one for Kyle.
All right, who's first?
Shane Ivers.
Shane Ivers uses the Force. Oof. Kyle, armed with super glue fire hose.
I'm going to give this one to Shane Ivers.
I'm going to have to give this one to Shane Ivers and his intro music, Feather Duster.
Wait, hold on. I need to ask a question quick. Do you have to use your hands to use the Force?
No, you can use your mind.
Then I'm going to give it to Shane Ivers.
And his intro music, Feather Duster?
Absolutely. Hit him with it.
And if you want to download that, you can get it at www.silvermansounds.com/freemusic/featherduster. Vince,
me.
Tell us about the social media platforms that are narcoleptic.
You can find myself, Olive, and Papa on Twitter. There will be links to our Twitters below. There's also a link to the show's Twitter. Join the Discord. We talked a lot about Discord today here on the program. Check it out. Thank you again to our Patreon. We love you. Because of you, we continue to do another 150 episodes of this nonsense.
We'll all be dead and Vince will still be here.
I'll just keep going, dude. I'm an immortal being. I'm just... Every day we get further away from God's light. That's what
you will be on a pogo stick, believe it or not.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Unless you would rather believe you're invisible.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
To some people he is.
Or you very well could be wearing one of those cones they put on pets to keep them from licking themselves.
There's the link to the Patreon. There's the link to the Redbubble. You could buy a shirt or a hoodie or some cool stuff, a sticker with designs that we've made up together. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. You can get us anywhere.
Hand in Vince's heart.
You can get us anywhere a podcast can be downloaded. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Thank you for 150. We'll be back to celebrate again in 8 episodes, 2 months from today, for 3 years of this tomfoolery. I like to say that people say, oh, what's your podcast about? And I normally just say it's about the end of the world. But my favorite way to see how cool they are is I just say it's about an old man who yells at his transgender best friend, and sometimes Kyle shows up. So, yeah, I think that's everything. Anybody want to say anything before we get out of here?
I do have to say something, and
sure.
What I have to say is, bye, Kyle.
Bye, Kyle. Bye, Kyle.
Bye, me. Bye, Kyle.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Be safe. Drive
Have a
safely.
great day.
Tip your waitress. Atomic Radio Hour Podcast. A Ghoulman Entertainment production.